Hello Leo, and welcome to the Green Women Tarot. This is your reading for the next 2 weeks, which is from the 30th of August to the 13th of September 2021. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And this is a compendium of witches oracle, which I'll be using today to draw a couple of cards from, just to start your reading off with. So let's see, what words of wisdom does the mysterious oracle have for, for Leo? What messages are here for Leo for the 30th of August to the 13th of September 2021 for Leo? What messages are here for Leo for the next 2 weeks? What does Leo need to know at this time? Fan the deck out and let's take a card from there and there. And let's see what you get. Pruning and the listener. Interesting. So the listener is about, it calls you to be not just hear what's going on, but to actively listen, to look for the writing on the wall. And the reason why she's got her boobie out is because she's a nurturer. So it's not just naughtiness, but yeah. So this is someone who is maybe it's about nurturing yourself, looking after yourself, but in order, or it's perhaps for, you have others under your caress who you need to care for, but it's about listening actively so that you're aware of the truth, so that you can see what's going on in a clear way. So it's reading the signs, not just inactively hearing what's going on, but listening in an attentive way. And listening with more than just hearing what's been said, looking for body language, for signs, and reading them, being aware of them. But you've also got the pruning card, which is about, as you may expect, it's about cutting away what's no longer serving. It's, the whole act of pruning is to trim away what's dead, what's dying, what is taking energy that it needs, that's taking energy from what could grow in a better way. So you need to perhaps cut things out of your life, such as use things that are taking your time, your energy. So it's about perhaps listening, seeing what is what you no longer need, what is no longer serving you, what is holding you back, and snipping away that so that you can grow more effectively. So you've got pruning. It's about managing your time, your energy, your resources in a careful way. Pruning and listener. But let's see where the rest of the reading takes us. So let's see what's on the cards for Leo for the 30th of August to the 13th of September 2021. What messages are here for Leo for the next 2 weeks? What does Leo need to hear at this time? And this is the Llewellyn deck that I'm using today. And I will put down an 8-card spread for you, with the first 2 cards depicting you, where you are in your current situation. Then the next 2 cards highlighting the challenges that you face at this time. And the following 2 cards offering you some guidance from divine energies as you move towards the final 2 cards, which reveal your possible outcome, the energies you're moving towards, and your potentials that are arising. So let's see what you get. Starting with the Magician. That's lovely, lovely energies. And the King of Swords. You have the 10 of Pentacles and the King of Cups as your challengers. And your guidance is the Hierophant and the Page of Swords. Pardon me. And you move towards the Knight of Pentacles and the Lovers. Beautiful. And you have here the 4 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this is about perhaps holding on to what you may think is of value to you, but perhaps, you know, it's challenged here with the Pruning card. Perhaps you may be holding on too tightly to things that you no longer need, things that may have brought you security and stability. But there's a question with the 4 of Pentacles as to whether holding on to too much brings stagnation. So there you have your underlining energy with the 4 of Pentacles. Now, you are at a point where you can really begin to manifest something. But it's going to require an important decision. So where the Magician uses that willpower, that flair and sense of adventure, that intention, he's sort of tempered a little, shall we say, by the King of Swords, who is about making careful decisions, thinking things through thoroughly before moving, because when you do act, you need to act with decisiveness and to follow through on your decisions. So you have here this intention, this ability at this point to manifest something that, you know, to make a dream come true, to bring something from thought into creation. It sort of indicates you have everything you need. You have the resources, you have the knowledge, you have the skills. Do you have the intent? That's what you need, that self-belief and that motivation. But it's tempered with perhaps thoughts towards integrity and logic, and, you know, and there's a need for clear thinking. You can't go wild here. Sort of your Magician card here is tempered with the sensible authority of the King of Swords. And your challenge is to, sort of it echoes a little bit with the 4 of Pentacles, it's to keep that or create a stability, a legacy. The 10 of Pentacles is about material stability, about having built up something carefully and slowly that is so well rooted and established that it can be handed down as a legacy. But this card also talks a lot about loyalty as well, so it sort of may link in with that. And it's sort of its second card is the King of Cups, which is about, it's a much more gentler leadership than the King of Swords, who's all about leading with discipline and authority and decisions. This is about bending a little bit. So you've got really, you know, you've got 2 opposing energies here that you need to balance, and that sort of may well link in with your outcome card, the 2 polar energies, one of decisiveness, of authority and clarity in communication, and the other is all about being that attentive, gentle listener. So perhaps in order to manifest something that you thinking of manifesting, or that you now have, that is sort of a door opening up, that you now have the ability to bring something into reality, you need to consider carefully the family aspect of it here, which is in the Ten of Pentacles, where your loyalties lie, and use compassion towards that, and good listening skills, because I mean the King of Cups is all about counseling, and good counseling requires good listening. So you need to, perhaps your challenge is to perhaps manifest this, but also temper it with consideration and careful listening to incorporate the feelings, the needs of others around you, and sort of keep their loyalty. Your guidance card sort of says stick with something traditional. The Hierophant is all about that stability and that tradition. With these three cards in a row here, it speaks of time-honored traditions and stability and well-trodden paths. I get a sense it's sort of suggesting you lean towards your moral compass, your traditional guidance, whether that's your religion or simply your moral code or some good values that have been handed down to you in family tradition. And you need to balance those out with finding your own voice in order to perhaps manifest this intention, this will. The Page of Swords is about seeking the truth, owning the truth. So I get a sense this is a time where balance is needed. You're needing to spark off on something of your own and be wary about what you want to leave behind, what you want to trim away in order to follow that, and what you need to keep in order to have it grounded and rooted and still in align with your integral beliefs, because you need to own your own truth. You need to remain true to what is important to you in regards to morals and truth. And if you're able to get this balance right, it shows that you sort of are now able to build up. You'll be able to, it shows you building up something stable, something secure again. But this is something that takes a lot of work and dedication and focus and time. So patience will be needed. But if this sort of the Knight of Pentacles is a lovely energy, really. It's about doing things in a practical way, in a material way. It requires a lot of dedication and patience. He's planted his fields here, and it's sort of, he's got to wait for the crops to begin to grow, but he's always got to tend them as he goes. So, and it also shows here, linked with the Lovers, it shows an ability to combine these polar forces, this new spark, this inspiration, but keep it aligned with moral codes, with what is good for you. So it's been able to snip away what you no longer need from those, but keep the rootedness, the important foundation there still. And it's going to require careful thought, listening, because it's sort of, you want to keep the loyalties of those who are important to you. So it sort of shows ultimately you can begin to build something up that is of value to you and still maintain a good union. The Lovers is about that perfect connection, that deep and meaningful union of opposites. So there you have it, Leo. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then have a good 2 weeks. And God bless you till we meet again.